Glad as always to have you with us. It's Tuesday. It's the 27th day of August, and we are right where we should be weather-wise. For better or worse, depending on how you like it, it's just like it should be towards the latter part of August, even though we've been enjoying some very premature fall weather. That is all but forgotten, at least for now. And that weather that we're enjoying, if you like, summer-like temperatures and a little humidity to go along with it, is going to ride on out through the forecast period. We're still talking about some cool air coming, and it might be just after the Labor Day holiday. Daytime highs will go from the upper 80s, I think, around Monday of next week, to maybe the low to mid 70s by the time Tuesday rolls around. So there is some comfort inside, and will this really be the end of summer of 2013 or not? I wouldn't dare say. But we are looking at a significant change this time next week. Between now and then, much more the same, but I'll pinpoint your forecast and tomorrow's shot of some showers and thunderstorms, which is not the only one, but looks to be the best one for our forecast period. I have a few updates on the school project, the new Montgomery County High School, a reminder about the public hearing on the proposed tax increase from the school board, and some other things we'll be discussing before I leave you before the end of the show. Also, I did make some contact, I want to tell you. Didn't get to do it today, of course, but we will be taking a little tour through the pumpkin patch down at White Oak very soon, and it's a story that I think is going to be one of interest to a whole lot of folks. And I've got a couple of other things that also some nice news that I'm working on. We hope to have, maybe not today, but soon as tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed. Good news sometimes is hard to come by. And, of course, Founders Day kicked off right around 5 o'clock this evening with the opening ceremonies, the baby pageants tonight. Pretty close to now if you're watching the early show. And then, of course, tomorrow we're meeting contestant pageants and going into other Founders Day news. First, though, and on a much more serious note, saying that the agency is already anywhere from 75 to 100 officers short of what they would like to have staffed. Kentucky State Police Commissioner Rodney Brewer says the Kentucky State Police has so far laid off about 20 troopers who come out of retirement as a projected $5.8, nearly $6 million budget shortfall looms. Brewer said that troopers were laid off effectively this past Friday. They were all involved in what's called the Trooper R program, which had been initiated now for the past several years. It brought veteran troopers out of retirement and then put them back in patrol cars and on patrol for up to 5 years, being paid on an annual contract means. The troopers had just renewed their contracts for another term at the 1st of July. However, pending the budget shortfall, or given the budget shortfall, that program is now no more. Half of the total of 16 Kentucky State Police posts were affected by these layoffs. Post 9, closest to us, did see one trooper laid off as a result, anywhere from 1 to 5 being the total number of troopers in those 8 respective Kentucky State Police posts being laid off. With an overall budget annually of $184 million, those layoffs that were made as of this past Friday account for about $1.25 million. So there's still several $1 million in the hole as far as the deficit is concerned. Brewer says the shortfall altogether is the result of increased retirement contributions that has more than doubled during the past 5 years alone. Also a loss in federal funding to the tune of some $30 million 5 years ago, reduced now to half, and fuel costs, which have gone up close to $1 million from the year before. And the Kentucky State Medical Board has filed a complaint against a physician in Pikeville who stands accused of selling drugs, prescription drug samples specifically, in exchange for free rent and office space or maybe discounts on prescription drugs for his employees at the pharmacy that he is alleged to have conspired with in the case. The board says that Dr. Thad Manning has been indicted for lying to FBI agents about the entire agreement and arrangement. Authorities say that from June of 2007 through February of last year, Manning, who is an osteopath, and representatives of the Marrowbone Hometown Pharmacy, which is in Pike County, allegedly conspired together. And together they either sold, bought, or traded prescription drug samples, and that indeed is a violation of federal law. Manning reportedly gave the pharmacy access to a great deal of sample prescription drugs that he would receive from pharmaceutical companies' representatives trying to get him to sell their products, and that he also sold some of those medicines that he was receiving for free to customers, or at least through the pharmacy, as they were the ones that actually, of course, did the transaction. And in exchange for all of this, the doctor and some of his staff apparently didn't have to pay for insurance co-pays or medicines that they would get at the Marrowbone Pharmacy. And Manning's employees also did get some drugs free of charge from the pharmacy, and the pharmacist paid rent for Manning, according to the indictment, which has just been made public as of today. No comment from Dr. Manning's office at this time. Well, I went over the schedule last night for the Founders Day events, which are now officially underway. And this came in today, and I'll just kind of go over it real quickly from our friends at the McGoffin County Extension Office. The 4-H Pet Show, whether you go down to participate or not, it's always fun for all ages, and you never know what you're going to see. Just to let you know, it is this Friday, as I told you last night. It is going to start at 9. They'll register at 8. They want me to get out a few particulars tonight. It's going to be on the stage at the cabins, of course. They have these categories: kitten, puppy, costume, cat, dog, best trick, and most unusual pet. And when it comes to most unusual pet, you never know what you're going to see. If you have any questions, call the Extension Office at 349-3216. A couple of other guidelines: you can have 1 or 2 pets per owner. Only 1 or 2 categories per pet can be registered, and no cats or dogs can be entered in the most unusual pet category. Not really anything unusual per se about a dog or a cat. Kittens and puppies are considered that when they're no more than 6 months old, and of course, keep your animal under control at all times. They've never had any problems, but only don't want to have any this year round. Nevertheless, the pet show registration is at 8 o'clock, and then it starts at 9 o'clock this Friday morning. And of course, there's a whole lot of Founders Day to see and do before and after. We'll be right back after this.
It's the summer that keeps on giving at Dairy Queen. From the incredible new S'mores Blizzard Shake and Moulatte treats, the new Lemon Meringue, all of which you can still get, to the new Triple Berry Brownie Blizzard, which is not what you're thinking unless you're thinking of the unmistakable taste of chocolate, brownies, and decadent flavor of strawberry, raspberry, and blackberries all mixed in our creamy vanilla soft serve, all of which are perfect next to any of our big grill burgers. And don't forget, we've still got the $5 lunch at your Sayersville DQ. Check out our daily specials that get even better after 4 p.m. only at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Wednesday's special is a 3-piece dinner with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit, $5.99 for a breast thigh and a leg, or $4.99 for a leg, thigh, and a wing, and you can take $1 off of both after 4 p.m. only at your Sayersville Lee's.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce the newest members of our family, Administrator Elaine Jones and our full-time chaplain Mark Campbell and volunteer Richard Green, new faces with the same sincere desire as these, to assist you and your family with short-term rehabilitation solutions or long-term nursing care needs, close to home and those that you love. Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation. 170s, 500, 570, 800, 900s, 2 seats, 4 seats, Razors, Rangers, and XPs in the hottest colors with the coolest accessories with the best financing available and rebates up to $1,000 at Conley's, Kawasaki, and Polaris of Paintsville.
News reports across this state and many others across the nation, if not all, often deal with methamphetamine, its production, the dangers therein, and arrests that pertain to. And we are seeing, of course, no real downward trend as far as the frequency of those reports and the seriousness of the situation. To further drive that home, in Pulaski County, 2 parents have been arrested after a week ago today. Their 20-month-old toddler ingested liquid fire, the highly caustic and toxic ingredient that's often used in the manufacture of methamphetamine. The parents knew what the purpose of the chemical was. It was actually in a cup on a coffee table at a neighbor's residence. The parents, identified as Curtis Anderson and Brittany Hilton, have been arrested. 2 other individuals who owned that residence and were there, believed to be responsible with the manufacture of the illegal drug, were still being sought after at last report. Fortunately, the little 20-month-old didn't ingest a great deal of the dangerous substance which could have killed him had he ingested any more, but suffered serious burns to his lips and mouth. and then when he threw it down from the pain, he received other burns to other parts of his body. He has those been since released from the UK Medical Center and is now in the custody of other family members. And some folks are starting to react. Even businesses who make their livelihood from selling drugs, which should be used for their intended purpose, are trying to take action. There's a Fruth, it's called, pharmacy chain. They operate more than 24 pharmacies in the states of West Virginia and Ohio, and they, following the suit of some other pharmacies across Kentucky and elsewhere, are saying that they are no longer, as of this week, going to carry any medications that contain pseudoephedrine, which is another drug or ingredient used in the manufacture of methamphetamine. They're going to replace it with a meth-resistant product that's called Nexafed, which indeed a lot of retailers are starting to do, trying to combat it any way they can. McGoffin County Sheriff's Department found some more marijuana, and it's about the 6th or 7th time in the past month or two that they have found the illegal weed growing in parts of McGoffin County.
McGoffin Sheriff Carson Montgomery told me earlier today off camera that they've been very successful following up on the leads that have come into their office in regards to marijuana grows, but he says it's just that. It takes those leads to come in for them to follow up before they can locate illegal marijuana crops. Over the past several weeks, they have found many different sizes of plants, as you can see, some very young, some very close to maturity, some very significant in size. Several locations, most all have been either grown on someone else's property so that the actual grower can avoid detection and or jail time, or grown on abandoned or property in a strip job or related area. Most recently, the Sheriff's Department says that they received a tip from an individual leading into the Scotts Branch area of McGoffin County. It was there that they found their most recent discovery, more than a dozen marijuana plants of sizable nature. As you see them here, they were actually discovered this time in what used to be a cornfield, no crop grown this year, but the remnants thereof from what appeared to be last year's crop. It was a tip that came into the Sheriff's Department that led them to this find, and Montgomery says that that's what he hopes will keep coming in. If you suspect someone is growing marijuana, possibly on your property, or you see someone acting of a suspicious nature traveling into the woods with either water or other items that they would need to check or go over their crops, to call the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department and pass that information along. And he suggests that no one ever goes into a marijuana crop themselves, but to let authorities do it to make sure that there's no dangers that you may not see underlying. Other top stories and calendar announcements coming up next. Hey everybody, Founders Day is here, and so are all of these styles of Maple City pottery, honoring the Rudd family. Mixing bowls, dishes, dispensers, utensil holders, preserve jars, and much, much more. And also, just in at the seasonal shop, dozens of purse and accessory designs by Just Millie, and premium clay bead jewelry for everyday or special days at Sayersville's Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop.
Hi, I'm Don McFarland. I am an attorney in Sayersville, Kentucky, and I'm here to serve you and meet your legal needs. If you have been injured on the job, if you are interested in receiving your disability or your SSI benefits, if someone's negligence has caused you trouble, basically, if you have been in a car wreck and you've suffered pain, then pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne, 349-9000.
At work, there's nothing better than having your Appalachian wireless smartphone with you, but you can't work all the time, and there are some places smartphones just weren't meant to go. So get yourself a second phone for when you want to play a little rough. The Sonom XP3400 is the toughest phone you can find. Rock solid performance, a Gorilla Glass screen, GPS, it even goes underwater. Best of all, you can add a Sonom for as low as $15 a month. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Faster, friendlier, family-owned Parkway Pharmacy, open 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday in the new McGoffin Medical Plaza under the care of local pharmacist Jesse Rudd. To make Parkway Pharmacy your pharmacy, come by or give us a call at 349-4400.
The Home Furniture Blowout Labor Day Sale is going on now through September 3rd. Don't miss these discounts. Free mattress set with any in-stock bedroom group. Free soundbar home theater with TV purchase. Receive 20% off any in-stock TV stand. Special financing up to 12 months with 0% interest. Receive a discount equal to your sales tax. And our mix and match bedroom and living room pieces have been discounted at blowout prices. Don't miss the Labor Day Sale at Home Furniture at the Highlands Plaza in Prestonsburg.
If you're traveling in the area beginning tomorrow of 114 and you hear something akin to what sounds like an explosion, well, that indeed may be just what it is. Blasting starts tomorrow on the future side of the Magafa County High School.
You can see progress being made. Crews with Mountaintop are working to remove dirt, and they're going to speed up that process by beginning the blasting process on tomorrow. Now, this will not be close enough to the road to cause any traffic tie-ups or things of that nature. Stanley Holbrook, superintendent of Magafa County Schools, says there was 4 residences in the general area that were considered to be close enough just to be alerted to the situation, but that they were not close enough to receive any damage, they believed, in any form or fashion. Crews with Mountaintop have been busy since they received the bid a couple of weeks ago, and already a few feet of earth can be seen starting to pile up. This right here, right behind Puckett's truck stop, close to the road, that is where the actual building itself will sit. And then, of course, this entire area will also be filled and be part of the campus as well. The football field and other sports complex amenities will be across the creek behind or towards the back of your screen, if you will. And that will be the same elevation when it's all done as the fill at the road level. We're also told that it's expected to take about 5 months for the job to be completed. Stanley Holbrook says that thereafter they will expect to take 22 months for the construction of the new school. They hope to see that construction begin, weather permitting, sometime right around the first of the year or sometime in January at the latest. And then 22 months from there is when they estimate that they'll be able to see construction complete. Now, he says so far all the funding sources that we have gone over on numerous occasions are coming together. None of them are. Not all of them, rather, are finalized. Some are coming together. And, of course, the big aspect of that is the public hearing, which is later on this week, day after tomorrow. He once again wanted to remind the public that at 6 o'clock this coming Thursday evening, a public hearing for anyone in the community to express any opinions for or against, in support of or not of the proposed increase in school taxes, 5 cents per $100 property valuation, which is equated to home or property assessed at $50,000 a year, $25 a year additional tax for a Magafa County resident. He says so far he's received no negative feedback in regards to the proposed 5 cents increase or the project itself, but that the hearing will take place this 6 p.m. for anyone wishing to share those thoughts. It will be at the campus of what was once, and actually, well, twice, I guess we could say, the Sayersville Grade School. The cafeteria behind the school up on the hill is where they will meet at 6 o'clock this Thursday evening, for the public hearing on the matter, open to all the public. We'll have a camera there, and we'll have a report about what transpires on the following day's show. For now, let's switch on over to tonight's calendar, brought to you by Doug Green and your local Magafa Farm Bureau agency. I've got birthdays to start it off, and this one says as follows. I want to wish a happy 47th birthday to Hank. Hank is Eddie Wayne Bailey, from your wife Becky, kids Austin, Skylar, Nicholas, Emily, and Sophia Bailey. Oh, and I just now saw this one tagged on. Happy birthday to little Maggie Hilton. Love Becky and the kids and family and friends. Happy birthday to you guys. And I have a birthday wish for Roy Gibson. Love your mom, Becky, brothers, sisters, family, and friends. Happy birthday to you. A reminder about the volunteer trainings in the Magafa County school system that continue on for the next 2 days of this week. Tomorrow, volunteer trainings at Sayersville Grade School at 10 a.m. And then Thursday of this week at the Harold Whitaker Middle School and South Magafa Elementary. This is for anyone, parent or anyone in the community who wants to be able to volunteer at any of the schools throughout the school year for any volunteer days, special events, or other times arranged by the school system. Very simple. All you got to do is be there at those times, and you can get the training that you need to participate. A reminder, the Magafa County Community Blood Drive is this Thursday at Hardin's Medical Plaza. And they also want to remind everyone this is the Battle of the Bluegrass 2013 between Kentucky and Louisville. Started August the 26th. Yesterday, runs through September the 13th. It's going to be 12:30 to 5:30 tomorrow. And donors get a free T-shirt and a chance to win a brand new Toyota Prius. Can't beat that. Foothills cares with the annual trail ride, making a child's life brighter one trail ride at a time. $20 per machine. That gets you one free T-shirt and a whole lot of fun. This Sunday, they'll register at 9 o'clock at South McGoffin Elementary and leave thereafter. A big UTV ride, an ATV ride that they always have a lot of fun on, and the weather looks to be just right for such an event. Free event. It's the free second annual Storm of Praise Youth Fest and Cruising for Christ Bike and Car Show with live music. Saturday the 7th in the parking lot of the IGA here in Sayersville. Starts that morning at 11, featuring a whole lot of entertainment. Hosted by There Is Hope Ministries. Bring your lawn chair, yourself, your friends, your family, neighbors, and come on down. A big show. I'll remind you about it next week. If you've got any questions, there's how you can get them answered by calling those numbers on the bottom of your screen. And a fun horse show that's been put together at the Morgan County Equestrian Park by There Is Hope Ministries. Oh, excuse me. I'm reading the last one, or the next one. By the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church. My apologies. Not like it's the first time I have made a mistake on the show, though, right? Anyway, the Fun Horse Show, put together by the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church, is Saturday the 7th down in the Morgan County Equestrian Park. Looks like 29 classes with ribbons given for 1st through 5th. The entry fee for all classes except 1st and 2nd is just $5. Championship classes are just $10. And if you've got any questions after I pretty well messed that announcement up, please call the numbers on the bottom of your screen. And by the way, the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church is having one of the food booths down behind the cabins starting tonight. And I guarantee it's going to be tasty. They are using all the proceeds for their building fund, if you will, and they're also going to have a wonderful fellowship as well. So stop by and see them when you're down behind the cabins. With that said, one announcement that just came in. I've got a lost pet I want to get on. It says, would you please put on the news, I have a lost black and white and brown female beagle with an orange collar with a nameplate, and it has a red shocking collar on it. I've got a phone number for you. If you've seen the animal, 349-3375. 3375. With that said, we'll be right back with more of your news today after these words. Regardless of the project, big or small, inside or out, Bailey's Carpet has your next job covered with service after the sale on Husqvarna and Red Max power tools and equipment. You covered with great deals on boots and clothing by Georgia, Red Wing, and Carhartt, and your floors covered with premium materials at low prices from Bruce, Armstrong, and more at Bailey's Carpet and Hardware in Salyersville.
It's an emergency excess sell-off at Hunt Chevrolet in Paintsville, Kentucky.
I've marked every vehicle up to $12,000 off, just like this 2013 GMC Yukon was $50,000, now $37,950. Or this 2013 Chevy Silverado was $40,000, now $27,980. An all sales decision within 15 minutes or less, or we'll give you the vehicle.
It's an emergency excess sell-off. Isn't it time to buy Hutch?
Before you call anyone else, call Asphalt Paving Company, APC, for a list of local and area paving jobs that they've done and still look great after 15 or 20 years, and for an estimate on your blacktopping project. Driveways, parking lots, residential or commercial. APC has a 10-year guarantee, decades of experience, and a reputation for using the best materials to pave, resurface, seal, or stripe your property. APC, 859-983-6433.
The Home Furniture Blowout Labor Day Sale is going on now through September 3rd. Don't miss these discounts. Free mattress set with any in-stock bedroom group. Free soundbar home theater with TV purchase. Receive 20% off any in-stock TV stand. Special financing up to 12 months with 0% interest. Receive a discount equal to your sales tax. And our mix and match bedroom and living room pieces have been discounted at blowout prices. Don't miss the Labor Day Sale at Home Furniture at the Highlands Plaza in Prestonsburg.
Stop by to see how, with a guaranteed trade-in, you can drive off in this gorgeous 2011 Hyundai Sonata for $17,950 or $299 a month, or how to drive off with a little soul for $12,950 or $235 a month, or how to drive off with a lot of style in this Dodge Ram Daytona at $15,950, all at Premier Motors in Paintsville. Whether you're coming home or just want to feel at home for one night or a few, the Mortimer Lofts in Sayersville are that perfect experience you're looking for, with two newly restored and uniquely appointed lofts overlooking downtown from one of its historic structures filled with its history throughout. Each can accommodate up to 4 guests, 6 with the option of a connecting bedroom, or the entire floor can sleep 10 comfortably. And with all the amenities like king beds, HD TVs, free Wi-Fi, private baths, and kitchenettes to make your stay a memorable one. To see more and reserve your next visit, go to Sayersville, Kentucky on vrbo.com or email the Mortimers at 2reachsue@yahoo.
Well, the weather outside is just an oddity around Kentucky, if you ask me. I mean, when can you remember the weather being what it's supposed to be? Well, that's where we are. We're sitting right where we should be, and we've been anywhere but there all spring and summer long, off by a month or two in one direction or the other. But summer's here, and right around the end of August, that's just how it should be. I topped out at 90 degrees here at the newsroom today at 43% of humidity. That felt like 92 at its peak, a low of 64, and we've got more of the same for tomorrow. Tonight, I expect to see we'll dip down to a low of 67. Skies partly becoming mostly cloudy. The threats right now look for a little patchy fog tonight, say after 2 a.m. That threat of showers and thunderstorms really doesn't come into play until tomorrow. And we've got what looks to be our best shot of some showers and thunderstorms, albeit at 30%, not 430 as I've got at the bottom of your screen. My apologies. Nevertheless, you get the drift. Tomorrow we will see the chance of some isolated and scattered thereafter showers and thunderstorms. Partly sunny skies, 88 degrees. It'll be a hit-and-miss situation. It could be an all-miss, and it could be a hit at times as far as where you might be under a shower or a thunderstorm. Keeping an eye on your weather before you go out to Founders Day events and an umbrella handy might not be a couple of bad ideas. Thursday, we'll see the back end of this system giving us a continued shot of some showers and thunderstorms, I think up until noon. And thereafter, we'll see another day back into the mid, maybe upper 80s, 87 for a high, 66 for a low. We'll see sunshine. We'll see humidity levels pretty much stay very similar to where they are and where they have been for the past few days. Ditto for Friday, 87, 67, mostly sunny, a few clouds late to speak of. As far as your weekend, we have edged in a little better chance of some showers and thunderstorms than this time 24 hours ago. I'm not willing to say that it's going to cause any major problems with any weekend Founders Day activities at this point. We'll know more towards the latter part of the week. It's still pretty early. Nevertheless, it's going to be hot. 89, mostly sunny. I mean, that'll push the heat index up into the low 90s probably. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms across Saturday. A little bit better than that on Sunday, I'm sad to say. Sunday, though, will hopefully be a day of rest in more ways than one. As Founders Day starts to wind down, it's not completely over, of course, until the tip-top cold camp reunion on Monday. But nevertheless, we'll have a better shot of some showers and thunderstorms on your Sunday. As for Labor Day, hopefully when there will be no labor going on for most everyone, if not all, I wish you the day off. I don't know how far that'll get you. 86, 64, partly sunny on your Monday, and a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Don't go canceling anything as of yet. If you alternate plans or places to do things that you would otherwise like to do outside, might be something you'll have to think about a little later on. Well, let's give it a day or two and see how it pans out. I'm hoping it's going to maybe a little drier than what we expected. I can tell you this, that after Labor Day, things are going to cool down and feel just like fall all over again. We'll go from 86, 87 on Labor Day to about 10 to 12 degrees lower on your Tuesday of next week. And maybe even some more cool air to speak of thereafter. Well, we'll start meeting beauty pageant contestants and hopefully a few other exciting things. I've been trying to stir up some good news. Been working on it really hard. Don't have it all done yet, but we'll find something fun, positive, and enjoyable to talk about and watch. Hopefully as soon as I see you back here next time for more of Your News Today. As for now, thank you all for watching and have a good night.